city stand.
Good morning, viewers. You're welcome on the program once again. This is City Standard. I'm Michael Adekwe. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We appreciate all of you, all the global viewers on this platform, all the way from Lagos, Nigeria. We are reaching you live from Oba News. Rivers under fire over appointment of local government administrators in Rivers. That's a Rivers crisis. River State crisis. Of course, a state of emergency was declared by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the state, which some people are knocking at. They are not really happy.
PDP governors has gone to
the
not,
court.
not to appeal court, not to higher court, to Supreme Court. So that the matter will be decided once.
They want to reversal of the emergency rule. So is that going to be possible?
No. I think it's a 50-50 thing. It can happen, it may not happen. But the bottom line is that the guy has already taken enough instruction from Bola Ahmed Tinubu on what to do, and you know what to do to deliver. You understand? Last week, because most of their points from what we are getting, and which might trigger crisis, another crisis in River State, if care is not taken, is that all the appointees and loyalists of Wike are the people. This man, Abbas, which is
the sole administrator.
Yes, they are still challenging him that you don't have right to dispose or make use of River State money allocation. You don't have right. The law does not empower you to do that. But we can see how those things.
The law doesn't empower him to do that.
That's what
but the president has spoken.
Of course, that's what I'm saying. That the president. But we wanted to see a situation where within that space of 6 months, we were able to. I think you would have left the structure as it is. Don't go into parastatals. You can do with agencies, but when you start removing government-appointed parastatals, we're going to government offices to remove head of service, head of this, head of that is an issue.
Well, it's sole administrator.
Because
it's one ruling. It's one governing the affairs of the state.
No, what is the primary aim of bringing a sole administrator is to hold brief between the two parties until not to make. We are not in a military junta where we'll see a part. Normally, if you look at it very well, River State has seceded from Nigeria. If you look at it,
says you.
Says you. No. I'm just saying because it's not part of the democratically process again anymore. This is purely a military affair that's running down, that is being run in River State. You understand? So it means that River State, logically, is a secessionist unit of the federal system because it is not there's no democratic process there. You need to understand what I mean.
Well, I get
what they do there is by fiat or by order. So it's not a democratic process. So what I expected the man to do that at this point in time, how would you be able? But I'm not going to go to that direction because from the body language of Abbas, the retired admiral Abbas, he has taken an instruction from the presidency. And remember, whatever he's doing there will be supervised directly by the office of the presidency and loyalists of the APC in the Senate. You remember a few days ago they paid him a visit to see how far he has gone, what is he actually doing. Are you working towards that direction of because the problem is the structure that would deliver votes to Bola Ahmed Tinubu
come 2027. Federal government resumes naira for crude deal. Pump price of petrol may drop. Is that likely to happen in the country?
Yes, it can.
Pump price of petrol.
Yes, bros, it can. I remember it can 100% if there's no corruption. If in the absence of corruption, bros, if there's no corruption, if there's no self-interest, if there's no stealing, if there's no interest on a normal ground, bros, we have these resources. We are not bringing it from outside. It is domicile here in Nigeria, in our backyard. At least if Nigerians are not going to benefit anything, at least I want to see at least with a bag self, pump price 17 naira per litre. It's not a crime. The 21 billion house they built for Shetima. Shetima said he's no longer interested. He's not going to live there again. You know, they said the vice president, what? He said he's not interested. 21 billion gone. It's gone. In the absence of transparency, diligence, how will I put it? Integrity. Bro, do you know what is called integrity? When you are not there, nobody's watching you. No friend, no brother, no mama, no. You were able to do the right thing. That's what they call integrity. You are not under anybody's influence, but you know your consciousness, your conscience knows that this is the right thing to do. That's what is called integrity.
Okay, away from that, let's look at what Eedris AbdulKareem is saying about the state of the nation. He released a new track just of recent, criticizing the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He sent his son to him, Seyi Tinubu, telling him that there is hunger in the land. Of course, everybody knows there is hunger in the land. But looking at I don't know if you have listened to that song by Eedris AbdulKareem. It seems Eedris AbdulKareem is saying what many Nigerians are scared of saying.
I think why using Seyi Tinubu as a channel to pass such information.
It should be a channel to pass such information. No. Remember what he said. Seyi Tinubu said last week or so that his father is the best president ever in the history of the country.
And it detects God only.
I don't know with that one.
But no, that is still
we don't know. If you actually said that,
but you know, it was factored in one of his statements. But nobody can come and satisfy that to be correct. But what we're saying is that if you have come out to say that currently now, as when he made that statement that your father is the best president, bros, all those guys where you see for that Abuja, they know they're hungry. They know they take light. They know they lack water. They know they lack food. They don't lack anything. They drive the best car in the world. But somebody that have lived that kind of life for 20 years, what do you expect? I will come and tell you that you need 10 naira to buy pure water, or you need 15 naira or 100 naira. You can see what they are saying, that the Nigerians should live on 1,000 naira. Is it one of the Buhari Tinubu's aides made that statement? $1. That means all the whole Nigeria should live on $1. You know how much is $1? Can $1 pay your school fees, also pay your food, pay your transport on daily basis? $1. That's about 1,500 naira. No, it's not even. Then when you go to eat now, can you be able to eat a food of 1,000 naira? Let's assume and be satisfied or in 24 hours. You know, so the message is that, but my problem is that I think this message should be passed directly to the president. You know, but because of the supposed closeness of Seyi
to his father,
you see the irony now.
So it should be held responsible for his father's failure.
Yes. They felt that, you know, if Seyi, who they are also saying that he should take a ministerial appointment. Yes, APC leaders are saying that Tinubu should give Seyi a ministerial appointment. Do you understand what I'm saying? Can find a way to tell his father. But I think he has made the statement that his father is the best. So what is he going to do? What message is he going to pass to the father at the end of the day? That Nigerians are dying of hunger on a daily basis. But I can tell you, when you try to see any of them, you will meet more than 20,000 Mopol, army, police only. How you go take pass? How you want to take pass? Say, bros, if you are protesting, they don't care. How many people came out to address? How many government functionaries came out and addressed Sowore during the last protest? Just mention one. Bro, it tells you a lot. All of them are not around. And I even learned that the vice president is out. The president himself is out. Everybody just jet out. The cruise too much. It's okay.
For the interest of the nation.
No, it's okay. It's okay like that. It's okay now. Vice president is not around. President himself is not around. He's in France. And nobody to address, even if he don't want to. Can't you just single one Minister of Interior is there? Please go and talk to these protesters. But we never saw that. Even if they feel that these protesters, you know, they are trying to bring their God, because that's their perception, and you can see how far they have gone to defend. But the indices on ground does not show that this president is actually working to an extent. Bro, we know what Nigeria was, we know what dollar rate was, we know what was happening, we know what was a plate of food under Buhari, even though the Buhari government was totally the worst. But this one, you are denying, you are pretending as if nothing is working. Bro, go and check our APC government in less than how many years. Our foreign deficit, I can tell you, it's about, if I say deficit or whatever, but I can tell you, they grew it by, I think it's what, Buhari met it at 75 trillion. Buhari, now it is 100 going to 200 trillion.
Honestly, does it mean that Nigeria is now worse than when Eedris AbdulKareem sang that Jaga? I think he sang that song during Obasanjo era.
But that would have been an avenue for them to sit up. No, he's telling you now that the one now is more than Jaga. He can say he said it.
You know, he don't
He said this one self say it's more than Jaga. Do you understand what I'm saying? But when we're having, so we look and say this one a musician, he go make money. Bro, how do you categorize a social critic? Somebody who is a social critic does it mean what he's saying, or he's trying to get your attention? That they always say, bro, look at it now. When Fela was, when Fela Kuti was
agitating.
No, yes.
Or singing.
What said a singer, they drink Igbo, I mean they smoke Igbo. But no, I'm sorry to say that on the platform. You understand? But look at that. They didn't look at it from the angle that this man is a social critic. That what he's saying calls for political attention. Message. You understand what I'm saying?
Leave the message.
You understand what I'm saying? Yes. But you can see all this way to this point. Maybe he prophesied to the system, because at that time Fela was singing those songs. When you go to pastor's house, bros, pastors na church rats. But he said pastor's house, now in the five pass, not in the five pass now.
It's true.
But as at the time Fela released those songs, you know that even advise your sister may go marry pastor for Nigeria. Well, you know what I'm telling you? When we are talking like this, people need to understand that, you know, it's not about the interest of whoever they call themselves, but at least from our only, because bro, they are not close to the grassroots. You know where I'm coming from? I mean, I'm coming from Kodo, you know what you call it, Kodo, where you see thousands of, you know, poor, let me tell you, poor Nigerians, where they are living. You climb one kind of hill, you come outside. And you know the kind of impression and the kind of knowledge what you see on daily basis. You say, and that's why I respect these people till tomorrow. I always say it that any day, he said it clearly at Airport Hotel. I can't remember. You walk on the street of Lagos, you do not see a child that's supposed to be in school carrying granite less than 1,000 naira. Trek from here to Joeleba. You know that Nigeria is not working. And I continue to see that. Yes, Garifai me said, he said, as long as we continue to see that, we know that Nigeria has not gotten to destiny. That is simple message.
Oh yes, this is the way we complained in 2015 when Buhari got to that far. Also from 2015 to 2019, the same lamentation and all of that. Does it mean these people ignore our pain?
Nigerians themselves refuse. You see, somebody,
families,
yes, some people that we are doing the analysis, okay. And we look at some other parts of Europe. You know, we look at some Western world. We saw the standard of living, but you can raise the standard of living. You can bring certain policies, but their citizens themselves, unless they choose to be lazy, let them choose privately on their own to be lazy. Well, people can decide say I not go work, but as long as they are citizens of that institution, of that country, they deserve 24. You know what it mean food? In year 2000, China came out and told the whole world. 2000 said they have conquered poverty. Do you know how China was able to arrive at that point and make that pronouncement up to today, up to this moment? That to an extent, China now is exporting expertise. But if you look at the indices, there's the possibility that China and some other African countries started at the same time. India started at the same time. How come they go and carry spoon, British spoon, say they take eat rice for China? Now stick.
City stand.